What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today, you guys, to do something brand new that I never do. And this is going to be the Golden Bachelor, you guys. So I saw the clips of the Golden Bachelor, and I was like, you know what? I don't really watch the original Bachelor. I was like, you know what? Let's give the Golden Bachelor a chance and see what it gives. And I have to say, so far with the first episode, I liked it. So we'll see how it does on the channel, and if it does well, you guys, we will stick with it, and we'll come do the Golden Bachelor every week. Because you guys, like I said, I really did enjoy it. I thought it was a good show. The ladies um are very, very beautiful women, and Mr. Gary, he's a handsome guy. So yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. If you guys watched it in the live chat and in the comment section below, you guys. But before we go ahead and get into it, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then do me a solid favor, you guys, and subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video. And with that out the way, let's go ahead and get into the Golden Bachelor, shall we? Welcome, Denard. So you said it was so sweet. It really was. So let's actually start off with Mr. Gary, which his name is spelled Gerry. I thought it was Jerry to begin with, but hey, it's Gary. So we got introduced to him. So I saw him yesterday when he was on The View doing an interview with the ladies, and he was talking about the fact that he and his daughters are the ones that really got him into doing this show. And he talked about his wife, and may his wife rest in peace, because their story, when he was talking about his wife, I really did tear up with him as well, because I thought it was so, the way he talked about his wife, you could tell that there is, he loved his wife, and that there is still love there. They were married for 43 years. He said they got married, I believe he said, in 1972, and they were high school sweethearts. It's a real love story, right? So he retired, and then they had their dream home that they wanted to get. So they got the house in 2017, and that year he says she was fell ill, and he said that in July of that year, July, what day would he say? July 7th. Excuse me, y'all. So he said July 7th, he took his wife to the emergency room, and when he did that, you know, she never came home. And I was like, oh my God, that is so sad. So he took her there to the hospital on July 7th, and she passed away on July 15th, the day before my birthday. I was like, oh wow, that is so sad. So we saw a picture of his wife, very beautiful lady. Like I said, may she rest in peace, because I just can imagine what that's like to, retire, and then your spouse retires with you, and then you guys have so many things planned that you guys want to do for the rest of your lives, and then all of that is just cut so short. So yeah, prayers up to him, prayers up to his daughters, and prayers up to his granddaughters, right? Because he also has so he has a house full of girls, right? His daughters and his granddaughters. So that was it with Mr. Gary. I think Mr. Gary is 71 years old. He looks really good for 71. He is a very handsome guy. They did a great choice with picking Mr. Gary for the Golden Bachelor. So the ladies, you guys. Now, what I will say, all of the women, I think all of the ladies are just gorgeous. They are, and all of them range between 60 and, I believe the oldest, what I thought. Well, one of them was 84, but we'll talk about her in just a minute. But let me get the picture of the ladies up here on the screen, you guys. So give me just a second. Hey, Shayna, how are you doing today? Ready for the reunion for Ready to Love tonight? I know I'm not. So yeah, guys, here are the ladies of the Golden Bachelor. Aren't they a beautiful group of women? Like, amazingly, they all look amazing. And like I said, they all range from anywhere between 60, 70, and even 80 years old, and they look fantastic. They look so fantastic. Shayna says, I'm ready for the Ready to Love drama tonight. I am too. I saw Jessica yesterday, and she and I talked about it, and she said she went in on Chris at the reunion, but she wished that they had saw the episodes before the reunion. But we'll talk about that later. These ladies look good. They do. They do. So let me go down the line of the ladies because we saw them all as they got out the limos. One of them in particular came on a motorcycle, and I was like, okay, you better do it. You better do it. So the first lady we met, now I know her right off the top of my dome because I remember her face. She's so beautiful to me, Miss Edith. Where's Miss Edith? So this is Miss Edith. Miss Edith is 60 years old. Like she is, wow, just beautiful. I love. So far, I can tell you guys, I love Miss Edith. Excuse me, y'all. So y'all know I still have this sinus infection, and my sinuses are now starting to drain, and it's just having to clear my throat and sneeze and all that stuff. So bear with me, you guys. But yeah, this is Miss Edith. Now, what I'm gonna have to do is pull up the website for the all the ladies because I wanna tell you guys a little bit more about the ladies. Yeah, this is Miss Edith. I like Miss Edith. When I saw Miss Edith get out the car, I was like, okay, you better do it. So Miss Edith is the first lady that we met, and this might not be in any particular order on the website. And I'm looking at Entertainment Weekly, so I'm scrolling through trying to find each lady. Um, Bernard, I do agree with that. I'm gonna get to that comment in just a second. So Miss Edith, she is from Downey, California. She's a retired realtor. Her bio fun fact says Edith is building an ADU in her backyard, and she is the project manager. Edith seems like she'd be a good woman to know when the zombie apocalypse hits. Oh, that's sweet. Okay. So yeah, Miss Edith is, like I said, Miss Edith is 60 years old. She does not look 60, but she looks amazing. So Denard said, I think the motorcycle lady reminds him of his ex-wife. I do agree with that. I definitely believe that. I can't remember what her name was. I cannot remember her name just yet. Oh, I know who it was. The lady who came in on her motorcycle, her name is Faith. And we'll talk about Miss Faith in a little bit too. So the next lady we have is Miss Ellen, and she is 71 years old. And you guys, I really, really felt so bad for Miss Ellen after we got to the end of the episode. So let me bring Miss Ellen up on the screen for us real quick. Let me make sure I remember who Miss Ellen is. So it's gonna take me a minute to get these people together, you guys. But this is Miss Ellen, such a sweet lady. So Miss Ellen, she has a best friend, and I think she said her and her best friend have been friends for 60 years. She said they do watch The Bachelor and I guess The Bachelorette as well, right? So her friends, they saw Mr. Gary on Good Morning America, and so she applied, right? And her best friend, whose name is Roberta, Ms. Roberta had cancer, and at the end of the episode, they said that this season is dedicated to Ms. Roberta because Ms. Roberta passed away. So I felt, my heart broke when I saw that. But yeah, Miss Ellen is 71 years old. She's from Delray Beach, Florida. She's a retired teacher. And it says her fun fact is Ellen loves dancing despite her two left feet. Pish posh. Ellen Bachelor Nation encourages you to dance like no one's watching. I love Miss Ellen. Baby, the next person, I love her already. She is my spirit animal. I know my girl, I just got to find her picture, but she is my spirit animal. Loved her from the moment I laid eyes on her. Did her picture not come through? Oh, come on. Give me just a second, you guys, because there are some pictures that didn't come through. But the next one is Miss Sandra, and Miss Sandra is my girl. Where is Miss Sandra? So next up is Sandra, you guys. This is Miss Sandra. You guys, I loved her because Miss Sandra got a potty mouth on her. Now I don't know exactly what Miss Sandra was saying when she was telling Gary that she does like yoga, but whatever it was, they were bleeping it out, and I believe she was dropping the F bomb. If I'm not mistaken, I think Miss Sandra was dropping the F bomb, and like I said, I was here for Miss Sandra. That is my girl. I rocks with her. I rocks with Miss Sandra. So let's see Miss Sandra's bio says, you guys. So give me just a second. I should have had all this stuff together, but hey, it is what it is. It was a lot of ladies, and you guys. So I've watched The Bachelor here and there in the past, but I've never been faithful to this show. But I do believe with this, I will be faithful because I want to see what the journey is like for people who are, you know, well into their age, well in life. They've lived life. They've had, other marriages. Quite a few of them have been married. Quite a few of them they have, they're widows as well, just like Mr. Gary is a widower. But yeah, I just wanted to watch this one because I thought it would be interesting to see the difference between someone who is in their early 20s as opposed to someone who is more seasoned. So, Miss Sandra is 75 years old. She's from Doraville, Georgia. She's a retired executive assistant. And it says Sandra is very proud of her high credit score. Yes, ma'am. We love a high credit score. And it says, as she should be. Yes, ma'am. Be proud of their credit score. Don't never be ashamed to say, I got a high credit score. So after Miss Sandra, who was the next person we got? So the next person we got was Leslie. And Leslie came dressed as an old lady. I was like, wait a minute, what is going on here? But let me see if I have, let me see Leslie. Give me just a second, you guys. But yeah, so far, I like all the ladies. Let me know what you guys think about them. Uh, there's another lady that I like, and we'll get to her in just a second. But let me remember who was Miss Leslie. Miss Leslie. Okay, Miss Leslie is 64 and she looks phenomenal. Don't look a day over 30, honestly, you guys. Like she is drop dead to me. So, drop dead gorgeous. So let's see who let's see. Did she come? Yes, here she is. So this is Leslie. Isn't she beautiful, you guys? Like I said, I think all the ladies are just amazing. So let's read Leslie's bio real quick. So Leslie, like I said, she's 64 years old and she is from Minneapolis. She's a fitness instructor. So Leslie is a former aerobics champion. It says, please, please, please tell us how she shows up to the mansion in a full Jane Fonda regalia. And did she ever? But like I said, in that outfit she had on, I was like, okay, we showing a little skin and a little cleavage. I was like, okay, Ms. Leslie, come through. Also about Ms. Leslie, she gave us some more fun facts. So she told us that she dated Prince, and I forgot what song she said that Prince wrote for her. But yeah, she said she dated Prince. I was like, oh, okay. I like it. I loved it. So next up, Marina. Let me get back over here. Now, like I said, some of these pictures did not come. It's like so many ladies, you guys. Whew. So give me a second as we get Marina. Marina. I don't know how anybody does reviews of this show because this is like a lot of ladies for me. I'm used to Ready to Love and it just be a few singles, but this one, it's a lot. It is a lot. All right, so we got Miss Anna, April, Christina, Edith. I've already showed you guys her. Ellen, showed you guys Ellen. Have not showed you guys Miss Faith, Jeannie, Joan, Kathy, Leslie. Who are we at, you guys? Marina. Or is it Maria? Might be Miss Maria. I actually think Miss Maria ended up going home in this episode. So yeah, here's Miss Maria. She's a beautiful lady too. Um, so her bio reads that she is from now. to Neck, New Jersey. I could be wrong. She's a health and wellness director. It says Maria has never gone paintballing, but really wants to try. Well, no, I did get it wrong, you guys. Marina. I knew I wasn't tripping. That there was. I knew I was not tripping. But there, we met Maria. This is Marina. I don't know what Marina, but she's very beautiful. I think she might be of Middle Eastern descent because I noticed that she had some. I noticed her outfit that she had on at the rose ceremony. That was one thing that I noticed. Then next up, we let's actually read Marina's bio, you guys. So Marina, like I said, she's 60 years old. She's from Los Angeles, California. She's an educator. It says Marina has not one, not two, but three master's degrees. Come on with it. We love an educated lady. So next up is Christina, you guys. Now I thought I put everybody's pictures in here before I came on here. As you know what, I'm just gonna go down the line and I'm gonna put their cast photo back up. I'm just gonna go down the line, you guys. So instead of doing that, so we got Christina. Christina is 73 years old, and Christina is. Let's get back up here to Christina. All right, you guys. So Christina, I should have had all this. I should have typed all this out, but I was watching the episode last. I was watching the episode this morning before I came on here, and like I said, overall, I did like the episode. Christina is 73 years old. She is from Sierra Madre, California. She's a retired purchasing manager. Christina says it says Christina's first concert was the Beatles in '64. Very interesting. I like that. So after Christina, we met Joan. Then we met Miss Natasha. Now Natasha, I definitely got to show Miss Natasha. I think I have her picture up here. I could be wrong. Jesus, I'm just doing myself a disservice today, but it is what it is. So if you guys are looking at the photo, so Miss Natasha is the black lady with the short hair with her with her girls sitting up. You better do it, You better do it. I absolutely love Ms. Natasha. So we have Peggy, who is 69 years old. We have Pamela. Pamela was actually one of the women who went home in this episode. We have Kathy. We have Kathy, who is 70. We have Nancy, who is 60. We have Teresa, who is 70 years old. April, who is 65. April is the one who brought a basket of eggs with her. And this is April right here. I remember who April is right off the bat. Renee, we have her. She's 65 years old. We have Maria, who is 60. We have Anna, who is 61. We have Susan, who is 66 years old. Patty, who is 70. Sylvia, who is 64. We have Jeannie, who is 65. And then we had Miss Faith. So this is Miss Faith, you guys. And this is the one who came up on the motorcycle. When she told us that she was married for 21 years and she got divorced in 2005. I was like, wow, that is very interesting when you think about it, that you were married to someone for 21 years and then you got a divorce from them. Like, you wonder what happened, but I'm not going to ask that question. And then we also got a surprise guest. So if you guys don't watch the Jimmy Kimmel show, his aunt Chippy, she was on there, but I think it was just for fun because Aunt Chippy is 84 years old, and Aunt Chippy was married to Jimmy's uncle Frank, who passed away some years ago. So yeah, you guys, I might do an individual video with me talking about all the ladies, so that way it'll be more cohesive and it won't be so many pauses in it. But overall, the ladies came in. One thing I will say about the ladies seemed ready to get busy, because I think a lot of the ladies are, you know, at that, I think they ready to, get it busy with Mr. Gary. And I think he might be ready too. I will say that. So Miss April, she was the first lady to pull Gary to the side to have a conversation with him, right? And she presented him with a calendar. and the calendar had nothing but April in it because that's all she wants her to remember is April. And I was like, well, you know what? Go ahead and brand yourself. I have no problems with it, right? So yeah, what I will say is with this show, I do really enjoy it because at one point in this episode, we saw all of them in I think like the foyer, and they were all just dancing, and it was just so much fun. It just shows that no matter what, age is just a number. Yes, we get older, but you can still have fun. You can still live life. You don't have to, just because you get older, you don't have to do everything that they can, consider for senior citizens. Like, and, it's also showing that you're never too old to find love. So I'm really interested in this show, you guys. I have to say that. I really do have to say that I'm very much so interested in the show. I will continue to watch it, and we'll go from there. So we see Mr. Gary as he gets the first impression rose, right? So I will say at one point, Miss Faith, she pulled Gary to the side, and she sang a song to him. So he actually ended up giving her the first impression rose. It wasn't because of the fact that she came in on a motorcycle. He said it wasn't because of the fact that she sang a song. It was the fact that she made him, feel so comfortable and feel safe. So I was like, oh, okay, I like that. So I do think that those two have a real true connection with each other so far. That's the one that I see that it looked like he's vibing with that I saw. Let me know what you guys saw and about this about him giving her the first impression rose. Mind you, she didn't even know anything about the first impression rose, and I'll be honest with you guys, neither did I. Since this is my first time actually watching The Bachelor, I did not know anything about a first impression rose. I was like, what is this? Because I saw as the host brought in the one rose, I was like, what are we doing here? I was like, okay, an impression rose, cool. So after that, we get to the rose ceremony, and now let me know, you guys, because I've watched The Bachelor, not watched, I watched it, but like if it's on television, I'll leave it there. Don't most times they do the rose ceremonies at night? Because it looked like it was daylight when they did this rose ceremony. You guys, I forgot to mention one thing. One of the ladies, I believe it's Miss Patty. She is the mother of Matt James, and if I'm, you guys have to correct me if I'm wrong. Matt James, isn't that the guy? Isn't that the first Black Bachelor? Please let me know if that's correct. I believe that's who Matt James is. I know his mom was one of the first ones who went home. Uh, Matt James. Yep, that's Matt James. Wait a minute, him and that girl still together? The one that didn't. Okay, he must not know. Never mind. I'm gonna let that one slide. So yeah, we got to the road ceremony. So like I said, Matt's mom was the one of the first ones to go. Miss Peggy was one of the other ladies to go, and Miss Maria. Those are the three that I remember. So if anybody else left, I don't necessarily remember who. I know Aunt Chippy didn't make it because the host, I think his name is Jesse. At the end of the episode, he went. We saw him go up to Aunt Chippy and say, she overslept. Actually, she slept through the whole rose ceremony, so she didn't get a rose. But yeah, you guys, this was like I said, this first episode, it was just an introduction to the ladies, and like I said, I will do a pre-recorded video where I, you know, go deeper into the ladies because I didn't want to waste too much time with the live trying to show each and every one of their pictures and read their bios. So that's what I'll do later. But yeah, you guys, so far I think I'm gonna stick with this because I really did enjoy it. I thought it was so sweet because there were a lot of moments in this episode that were some tear jerkers for me. Like when he talked about his ex, his wife and her passing. It was another lady who talked about her ex that her husband is deceased and he's been deceased for 9 years. It was someone it was a lot of those, and I was like, wow, like I love what this title says right here. It says the Golden Bachelor. It's never too late to fall in love again, and that is so true. That is so true. But yeah, you guys, let me know if you guys watched this episode of the Golden Bachelor. I'll do better with coming back on here next week and we'll, I'll know who all the ladies are next week, and we'll go from there. But yeah, you guys, that is really all I got. Subscribe to the channel, you guys. Turn your post notifications, share the video, you guys. And until the next time, please stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.